A child's laughter echoed eerily through the empty halls of Hundreds Hall, yet no child lived there. Nestled in the heart of Warwickshire, England, this old Georgian mansion is as grand as it is mysterious. Its towering facade and sprawling gardens tell tales of a bygone era, an era that seems to cling to the hall like an unshakable shadow. Enter Dr. Faraday, our narrator, a humble country doctor drawn into the enigmatic world of the Ayres family, the mansion's sole inhabitants. As he steps into their world, the atmosphere grows denser, the air chillier. Unexplained sounds seep from the walls, objects shift on their own accord, as if touched by unseen hands. The sense of the uncanny is palpable. The normal rules of reality seem suspended within these walls. Every creak, every whisper, every giggle, a chilling reminder of the mansion's eerie aura. As Dr. Faraday delved deeper into the Ayres family's world, he'd soon realize that the laughter was merely the beginning of the horror. The once prestigious Ayres family was now a mere shadow of their former glory, haunted by more than just their dwindling fortune. The Ayres family, once the epitome of affluence and influence, had seen better days. The decline of the Ayres, as painful as it was perplexing, was a tale woven with strange occurrences and a palpable sense of doom. Their grand abode, Hundreds Hall, once filled with laughter and life, was now a testament to their fall from grace, echoing with the whispers of a bygone era. Their story was intertwined with the history of Hundreds Hall. The house, once grand and opulent, had mirrored the family's fortunes. As the family's wealth and influence waned, so did the grandeur of the house. It was as though the house held a mirror to their lives, reflecting their decline with every peeling layer of paint and every creaking floorboard. The matriarch, Mrs. Ayres, once a vibrant society lady, was now a frail and sickly figure, her health mysteriously deteriorating. Her son Roderick exhibited an even more peculiar behavior. Once a promising young man, he was now a recluse, his mind seemingly trapped in a labyrinth of paranoia and fear. The family's distress was palpable, the tension within Hundreds Hall reaching a fever pitch. Enter Dr. Faraday, a local physician whose involvement with the Ayres family grew from professional to personal. As he delved deeper into the family's issues, he found himself ensnared in the web of strange incidents that seemed to plague the family. His rational mind struggled to make sense of the inexplicable happenings, his scientific beliefs challenged by the surreal events unfolding at Hundreds Hall. The Ayres family, once a symbol of prosperity, was now a stark reminder of how fortunes could turn. Their story was like a chilling ghost tale, a narrative of decline and despair that was as unsettling as it was intriguing. The walls of Hundreds Hall seemed to close in on them, harboring a chilling secret that was eager to break free. There was something else residing in Hundreds Hall, something unseen, something terrifying. As the days passed, the once grand and serene estate of the Ayres family began to fill with an enigmatic dread, a specter of fear that hung heavy in the air. The Ayres family and Dr. Faraday found themselves caught in a web of escalating terror, their hearts pounding in their chests like the ticking of a clock, counting down the seconds to an unknown horror. The once grand halls and ornate rooms of Hundreds Hall were now the stage for a chilling performance of the supernatural. Whispers of unseen entities filled the air, the soft rustling of curtains, the eerie creak of a door, a chilling draft that seemed to come from nowhere. The inhabitants of the hall were plagued by an ever-present sense of dread, a fear that crept up their spines and made their blood run cold. The occurrences were not just unsettling, they were violent, an unseen force that seemed to take pleasure in their fear. Tragic incidents began to unfold, each one more horrifying than the last. Yet we tread lightly on the specifics, for the true power of the story lies in the mystery and the suspense it skillfully builds. This was no longer a home, but a house of horrors, a place where every shadow held a threat, every silence a scream waiting to be unleashed. The terror was not just in the events themselves, but in the unseen, in the unknown. The fear that something was there, watching, waiting, lurking in the dark corners of their minds as much as in the hall itself. The once proud and noble Ayres family and the skeptical Dr. Faraday found themselves questioning everything. their sanity, teetering on the edge of a precipice, their safety, a fragile illusion shattered by the unseen terror. Their lives, once filled with the mundane realities of existence, were now a surreal nightmare from which they could not wake. In the face of the unseen terror, the inhabitants of Hundreds Hall were left to question their sanity, their safety, and their very lives. The horror that lurked within Hundreds Hall wouldn't rest until it had claimed them all. As we journey towards the chilling conclusion of The Little Stranger, the ominous presence within the once grand estate of Hundreds Hall lingers, an unseen terror relentlessly tormenting the Ayres family. The horror's insidious influence goes beyond the physical. It seeps into the minds of the family members, twisting their realities, blurring the lines between what is real and what is imagined. It's a malignant force that feeds on their fears, their insecurities, and deepest secrets, gnawing away at their sanity until they're nothing but hollow husks of their former selves. The once resilient Dr. Faraday, a man of science and logic, finds his skepticism crumbling under the weight of inexplicable events. His relentless pursuit of answers and the truth leads him down a path that threatens his own sanity. The once vibrant and lively Caroline Ayres, with her warm laughter and spirit, becomes a mere echo of her former self, her joy extinguished by the relentless terror. Throughout the tale, the suspense continues to build, the horror refusing to reveal its true nature until the very end. The shocking conclusion, however, is not one of clear resolution. The mystery remains, the questions linger, and the haunting presence within Hundreds Hall continues to instill fear and unease. The horror's true impact lies not in the supernatural occurrences themselves, but in the psychological and emotional devastation they wreak upon the characters. The once proud Ayres family, pillars of the community, are reduced to mere shadows, their lives irrevocably changed by the horror that has taken residence in their home. The grandeur of Hundreds Hall fades into nothingness, a grim reminder of the family's downfall and the relentless terror that lurks within its walls. In the end, the true horror of The Little Stranger lies not just in the supernatural, but in the destruction of a family and the unraveling of a man's sanity. The haunting conclusion serves as a chilling testament to the power of fear, the destructive nature of secrets, and the terrifying consequences of the unknown.